Now to the rising tensions between the United States and China, highlighted in two recent close calls. On Saturday, a Chinese warship crossed in front of an American destroyer in the Taiwan Strait. And last week, a Chinese fighter jet flew across the path of a U.S. plane, causing turbulence. Elizabeth Palmer is following all of this from Tokyo. Liz, good morning. Can you explain what's going on here?
Good morning. This close call on the high seas was not only dangerous, it was caught on video by a journalist for the whole world to see. And it happened just as the U.S. and China's top defense officials had been in the same room at the same conference, which on any other day wouldn't have attracted a lot of attention. China's General Li Shangfu used his first high-profile international appearance to address the weekend's incident with some blunt advice for the U.S. Keep your ships and planes away. He was referring to this, a close call on Saturday when a Chinese warship crossed the course of an American destroyer so close it had to slow down to avoid a collision. Last week, a Chinese fighter jet cut across the flight path of a U.S. reconnaissance plane. General Li didn't address the Chinese decision-making that led to the incidents, but implied the U.S. was ultimately responsible. To avoid similar encounters, he said the U.S. should steer clear of the area around China. Mind your own business. But the U.S. sees routine air and sea patrols as very much its own business, where China's flexing military muscle in the Pacific. America and its allies want to underscore their position that this is international space open to everyone. At a banquet on Friday, General Li did shake hands with the American Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin. But China had already decided against a formal meeting, something the administration is still pushing hard for in spite of overall chilly relations.
And a cordial handshake over dinner is no substitute for a substantive engagement.
We'll probably see more of that mixed messaging for some time. But on a more constructive note, there are two administration officials in Beijing right now having meetings. So it's not out of the question that we'll see a direct President Biden, President Xi talk sometime later this year. Gayle?
Always good to have a constructive note. Thank you, Liz Palmer, reporting from Tokyo.